Okay, today we're speaking with Rachel from CRE Capital. How are you, Rachel?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Now, tell me a little bit about CRE Capital and your role in the company.
Of course. So I'm the CEO and founder of CRE Capital Investments. We are a commercial real estate financing firm.
Great, great. And how did you get into commercial real estate? What's your background?
So it's I've been in banking for many years, and it actually all started because I wanted to be an entrepreneur when I was 20 years old. So at 20 years old, I opened up my first business. I had a women's clothing boutique. I had it for a year and then I got bought out, believe it or not, at 20 years old. And I decided that I wanted to be in business banking. I wanted to help other entrepreneurs set up their business. And, because I struggled when I had my boutique, I wanted to make sure that, every entrepreneur knew all of the tools and all of the resources that were available to them to help them grow their company. So I actually worked for the 3 top banks, and, I moved my way up, and then I also worked, for a, big brokerage, a commercial real estate, financing brokerage, and, that's when I decided to start my own after 10 plus years of being in banking and helping entrepreneurs and doing the commercial real estate financing. And, as you know, most big banks, they all have their A paper clients, right? They all want the perfect client. So I wanted to be a resource for everybody. So that's how I decided to start CRE Capital Investments.
Wow, that's quite a bit of experience, 10 years. So when you were working with some of the larger banks and the brokerage firm, were there any stories that resonated with you where you saw great potential in something that a client wanted to do, but maybe you weren't able to help them achieve that dream because of the restrictions of the place where you worked?
Oh, absolutely. That happened all the time. And so here I was helping them with all of their banking except for the real estate financing because we couldn't finance it, whether we didn't like the property, whether the borrower had a BK or for any reason that the bank didn't like, it was an automatic decline. So here I was trying to figure out what lender can do this deal and of course make sure that I'm also getting them a good term and rate.
Okay, and just for reference for our audience, I'm assuming BK means bankruptcy. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
And you also mentioned A paper, and I assume that means sort of the premium clients, best credit, that type of thing?
That's correct.
Got it. Okay. Now, working on your own, obviously there are challenges as an entrepreneur yourself. But what are some of the, I guess, what are some of the ways in which you can help clients now that you couldn't before? Is it a larger group of lenders to choose from? What is the difference?
Yes, of course. So I have unlimited resources now. I can do any type of commercial real estate loan. I can do, construction loans. I can do hard money, private money, conventional loans, SBA loans. I can do pretty much any type of loan that you can think of for commercial real estate financing, and my platform of resources is pretty wide, and I I think that's where I pride myself in being able to provide the best terms and rates for my client and also being able to get creative and having that flexibility, right? I've seen clients that have, that have that have been in business for so long but they have never saved uh, any money, so they want to still be able to finance a property. So I can get as creative as having them come in with, collateral instead of, putting down for liquid assets. I can have them put in as little as 10% down, right, to purchase a commercial property. And a lot of business owners and a lot of investors, they don't know the resources that are out there. and this is why I decided to become a commercial loan broker be to be able to help everybody and have that platform available.
Okay, great. So you've been on your own for about, you said, how long was it?
This the beginning of this year is when I started CRE Capital
Got it.
Investments.
Okay, so for a year. So in that year, is there an experience that stuck with you that sort of made you say, "Wow, this has really been worth it to, to come out on my own and really be able to stretch my wings to really be able to help people?" Is there something that stood out where it just made you go to bed at night and feel like, you had a major great accomplishment?
Yes, absolutely. I have a really, really good story. I did a retail shopping center. My clients, they built that retail shopping center ground up for 7 million. They were stuck with a really, really high rate, right? Construction loan. It can be a little pricey sometimes. And they were stuck with a super high rate, and I actually was able to help them and refinance it. No bank was able to do it. The cash flow wasn't really there, so they were having a really tough time trying to get it refinanced. And I was able to help them out and make it work. And then we're getting towards the end of the we're getting towards the end of the closing, and it turns out that they had a prepayment penalty that they didn't know about. I don't know how I did it, but I really went above and beyond for them, where I reached out to their lender and I had them get it waived. And it was a it was a pretty penny. So till this day, they still thank me, and they send clients all the time. And honestly, that really makes me happy. Not, of course, to help my clients, right? But it makes me happy knowing that I'm able to give them the best terms, the best rates, and that I'm able to help them, right? Um, and I mean, $7 million with a super high rate, that can be pretty expensive. So yeah, that I want to say that's one of my greatest stories so far.
That's great. That's great. Now, with your growth over the past year, is it obviously it started with you. Now, what does your team look like today?
So right now I have 3 people under me, and by the end of 2023, I'm looking to expand up to 10. So
Okay.
we're rapidly growing for sure.
And what areas do you primarily service?
I it just honestly really depends on the deal. I cover all of California, but sometimes I'll get, one-offs, and if the deal makes sense and we can make it happen, then why not?
Cool. So, is there anything you'd like to say to anyone who's watching this interview and is looking for either a commercial refinance or a commercial loan or something that falls under your service offerings?
Yeah, to definitely reach out, and let's connect and see how I can help you. There's unlimited resources out there, and the best thing to do is to reach out to a commercial loan broker that has, unlimited resources versus just going direct to a bank that's just going to tell you no, depending on your scenario. If you really want to get something done, I would suggest reaching out to a commercial loan broker that can help you with your loan scenario, and of course get you the best terms and rates. If you just go to one bank, they're just going to offer one product, right? But if you go to a commercial loan broker, they are going to have unlimited resources for you.
Great. Well, thanks for coming in today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.